just start with some comments about the game tonight?
I think it was a great collegiate game. I think it was a celebration of soccer for Central New York, for the whole New York State. Two quality teams going after a positive result. It was an exciting game with a lot of action on both ends. Players played the game clean, quick, a lot of quality chances. I'm so proud of our players. I couldn't ask more of our team today, of course short of scoring a goal, and that's all it comes down to. You can have many more chances than the other team, dominate the game for parts of the, for big parts of the game, and still come out with a loss. Having said that, we created quite few opportunities, and those were not just opportunities, those were glorious chances that we had. We just had to be a little bit sharper in the first half, and in the second half it's just game of inches. I mean, it's a couple of misses, couple of block shots. I mean, the last few seconds of the game kind of illustrated the chances that we had. So I think as much as it is great disappointment in the result and the outcome of the game that we had today for our players and for our program and the university, this game, we're not going to allow this result and this game to define our season. This still has been a very successful season for Cornell soccer program, for this university, for soccer community, and especially for the players. And I'm so proud of them, of the effort that they put forward this whole season. And this game pretty much illustrated what this program is all about. It's about outworking the other teams, out-competing, executing well the game plan. And today we came up short with getting the result, but players left everything on the field. And we are going to keep building on it. For the seniors, we are going to support them in the next thing that they are going to do, either professionally or soccer-wise. For the returning players, it is the beginning of the new phase for the program, and we are going to keep building on this momentum.
Questions for Coach or the players?
Coach, I know you guys said preseason that you guys were upset last year you didn't get an at-large bid. Does it hurt this year that you were able to earn the automatic bid and not be able to take advantage of it and continue on in the tournament?
Definitely when you go into the tournament, you earn the bid. The goal is not just to participate and not just to be happy to be there. However, the goals are much bigger than that. If you are not in the tournament to win the next game and make the run at the national championship, then you should tell the NCAA committee that you don't want to be part of this tournament. And that's what the goals of our team were. We were not just happy to be here. We were not just happy to participate. Our goal was to win this game and progress to the next round and then focus on the next opponent. Again, we came up short with getting a result today. So that run has stopped, but it doesn't take away from what our players have done on the field this year. And in this game particularly.
Tyler, when you get behind 1-0 to a quality opponent with a lot of size, like Syracuse, how much more difficult is it when they pack into a defensive shell to try to get in there and score?
I mean, it makes it that much harder. I mean, we saw it at Brown. We got down early, and they packed it in. They're very good defensively, very similar to Syracuse. And you know, we couldn't get back during the Brown game. And some games we were able to claw our way back and get a result, but they were very good. And you know, it happens. So we had a lot of chances, and I felt like we, like Coach said, had enough chances to put something away, especially in the first half. We had some sitters in the box that just didn't go in. And in the second half, it was a game of inches. And I mean, that last scramble, 30 seconds left. I mean, we had everyone up where we got 3 or 4 good cracks at it, and they were throwing bodies. And you know, it happens. It makes it that much more difficult for sure. Yeah.
It's a question for Dan, but feel free to chime in as well. It seemed like Syracuse was able to deflect a lot of shots on you today, just misdirect. You know, any shot that you were able to put on goal, just tip it away. How frustrating is that for you and for the rest of you guys? Just to get the shot that you picked, but then just see it kind of not end up the way you wanted it to?
I mean, that's the game of soccer. It's a game of inches, and it's the battle with the defender and the forward. The forward can create that little bit of space to be able to get around the defender and get the ball on net. And hats off to them. They played a great game. They battled hard. We're not happy with this result. We felt like we should have had more, but we'll accept it. We know that we went out fighting, and it's difficult. It's frustrating, definitely. You know, as a scorer, as an attacking player, you want to strive to score and go for the goal. And when there's someone in your way, you just want to get them out as much as you can. And we felt like we gave it our best shot.
It seemed like there was more than just someone in your way a lot of the time. It seemed like Syracuse's strategy was to double team you specifically. Was that something new that you've seen, or is that something you're used to?
You know, every team comes up with a different game plan. Not just myself, but they know that as a team we're very dangerous on the attack, and they're going to do everything they could to take away our strengths, and we were going to do everything we could to take away theirs. And you know, it's nothing new that teams pack it in and try to double up on our forwards and take away our space because they know that we have speed. And Tyler's done a great job with me all year to create chances, and we created our chances today, and we've got to be able to walk away and be proud of that. Unfortunately, we weren't able to put any in the net, but we're going to walk away with our heads held high.
Question for Yarrow. For this season, getting to the NCAA tournament, winning the Ivy League, what are you most proud of for your squad this season?
Besides all the results that we've been getting, it's the way how our players have carried themselves on and off the field, how it has been done. And we could be talking about on the field where players had to show the character from coming from one goal down in some games. But also how they went about the business with regards to carrying themselves on and off the field. I am so proud of this group of the players, and I'll go even farther. It's actually my honor and privilege to be associated with this group of student athletes. It's been a remarkable season and a remarkable experience to be associated with this group of student athletes. So hardworking, committed to the self-improvement day in and day out, never getting complacent. And we talk about the last season's disappointment, just coming up short for the NCAA bid, and taking that as a positive motivation. And from 12 months ago, from last November, they took every day and used it to improve themselves individually and as a team. And the results show this year. Coming into the preseason, they hit the ground running, and then in the season with early results. But there was never a sense of complacency. Every time we won the game, there was that feeling that yeah, we are going to get better for the next game because our opponent is going to be getting better, and they kept moving forward. I'm just so proud of this group, and I know they will be very successful in life in whatever they do. Our seniors, the three seniors, Nico, Rig, and Tyler, they'll be moving to the next thing. Of course, priority will be graduating from Cornell in one more semester, but I know they will have the professional soccer opportunities down the road if they choose to entertain that option. And the returning players, as disappointing as this result is, and we are definitely not satisfied with this result and just going through one game in NCAA, we're going to turn around, and we're going to use this as a momentum builder. The program definitely made a step in the right direction. We all want to win more games like yesterday. It's that type of the microwave culture nowadays, society, fast food society, where you want the instant gratification. But this group, they know that they have to earn everything what they get out of this experience of being a soccer player at Cornell. And they bought into it, they embraced it, and they are just a great example of a student athlete. You had kind of two extremes of athletic program today on the field. Not to take away anything from Syracuse, but here you have the scholarship athletes. You can talk about the $2 million payroll on that field, 10 scholarships, whatever it costs to go to university at Syracuse now, $50,000, $60,000, you multiply it times 4 years, you talk about $2 million invested in scholarships. Here on the other side, You have players, many of those players who are paying $50,000, $60,000 to go to Cornell because there is no scholarships here. They put all the passion and love into this game, and they are not only competing, but through the season they have proven they can beat the teams with the scholarship players. That's something that I know NCAA is very proud to see some programs, some athletes like that who do it for passion and love, and they have the drive to succeed.